Good morning you guys, it's Karen and today I'm here to talk about this. This is the Dyson Corrale Cordless Straightener and this is it on its stand. I think the stand is really pretty. I really like it, but this is the cordless straightener itself. So I'm just going to tell you my thoughts on this. There are a lot of reviews out there on this. And I've read a lot of reviews myself as well to find out. I wasn't actually going to buy this because I looked it up and was like, it sounds great, but there were two things that concerned me. I had read a review that said that it was breaking her hair as she was using it, you know, that it was just dragging through the hair. That concerned me. And then there was another one that said the charge wasn't very long and that when the charge ran out, you couldn't use it. And I mentioned that to you guys in a video and somebody left me a comment and said no, you can use it when the charge runs out. So that's what kind of convinced me to at least try it, and the fact that I could get it from QVC. So I bought mine from QVC. They are £399, so they are uber expensive, but I bought it on the 3 easy pay installments. So I've paid £133 and then next month I pay £133 and then the final one a month later, so you can pay in 3 different installments for £133, which is a bit more bearable. To be honest, I was hoping that I wouldn't like it because the great thing with QVC is you can try things out. There's 60 days you've got with this. If you buy it from QVC, you've got 60 days to try it at home, and if you don't get on with it, you can send it back for a full refund. That's really worked out for me. I bought the hairdryer on that basis and kept it. I bought the Dyson hair wrap and did not get on with it at all. It didn't work for me, so I sent that one back. This one I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep, but I'll tell you the kind of problems I've had with it, but the things that make me want to keep it. So £399, £133 for 3 days. You get the charging station, which it sits on. So one of the things about it is you're going to have it on display. You know, it's not something you can, I suppose you could thread the lead through and have it sitting in a drawer, but it does sit on this, and so I don't mind having it on display though. I've got it on, it sits on the vanity unit behind me. I do need a new vanity unit. I keep looking for a white one but can't find one I like, but yeah, I think it looks fine sitting out. I think it looks really nice actually, so I don't mind that at all. You can also use it, like I said, if the charge doesn't last. Now, I don't know what their claims are for how long it lasts, but I tested it out and it lasts 30 minutes. Well, it lasted 15 minutes and the battery indicator was at half, so that's why I'm saying 30 minutes. I'm assuming it would last 30 minutes, but it lasted for me 15 minutes on, and the battery was showing just over half full actually. But if the battery were to run out, you can take the lead from the back of the charging station and just hook it right onto here, and you can use it that way. So there is no issue if it doesn't, you know, if it isn't charged enough. You switch it on, you can close it like that and put a button in so that it's completely closed, and this is where you switch it on. So you just press and hold and it shows you that it's come on, and then you press either the plus or minus for the different heats. So press plus and that's going to be at 165. It goes 165, then 185, then 200 degrees, and it takes 30 seconds. I timed it, it's 30 seconds to heat up, so it's a really fast heat up, so that's great. Just switch this off because I don't need this to be on. I've only used it at the 165. I have demonstrated this. I should tell you how I use a straightener. I don't use a straightener on my whole head of hair, and I don't even use a straightener every day. I would say I use it maybe every other day, or I use it if I'm going out somewhere and I usually have my hair behind my ears like that and it causes a kink in the side of my hair, so that's when I would use it. I would use it if I had naturally dried my hair, if I didn't blow dry my hair, or if I blow dried it, just roughly blow dried it and didn't use like my Babyliss big hair or Velcro rollers in it, I would probably then use a straightener the following day. So it's not like an everyday. I don't wash my hair, dry it and then straighten it, definitely not. And I don't straighten the whole of my hair. But in order to test this, I wanted to do my whole head of hair to see how long it took me, just out of interest, and to see how long the battery lasted me. So I did it the way I would curling it. I clipped 2/3 of it up, straightened the back, let a third down, straightened that, and then the last bit of me straightening the last third of my hair I've done a demo of, and I'll put it at the end of this video just in case anybody's not interested in seeing it. And I don't actually like my hair like that. I feel like if I straighten my hair like that, it actually takes away the volume. So mostly my use of this is just on the sides of my hair. So just on this bit here, there's often a kink in it, this bit here. And I did use this morning. I know it doesn't look like I've got perfectly straight hair, but that's because I do sort of do it and then kind of go under like that at the end. You know, I'm just doing it to get kinks out kind of at the base. You can even see there's a little kink there. So yeah, it's not something I use every day and for my whole head of hair. The other thing I would say is I never use a straightener for curling, and I specifically wouldn't want to use this one anyway. I have tried the curling method with lots of different straighteners and never been able to get hold of it. I had a hairdresser try and show me once how to do it, you know, to use your straighteners to curl your hair, and it just did not work for me at all. I much prefer to use a curling wand, so I'm absolutely fine with that. I don't want to use this for curling. I do just use it, like I said, at the bottom of my hair to kind of curl it under, but not actually curl it. Because I know a lot of people want to use this for curling. So let me tell you about the good things and the bad things, if you like. The first things that I noticed about it. One of the number one things I noticed about this is it is so heavy. If you are wanting to do your hair, if you're somebody that straightens your hair every day or after every wash, and you do your full head of hair and you have any kind of elbow joint or wrist joint or finger joint problems, this is probably not going to be for you because it's heavy. And even just for me using it at the sides, I was like, wow, this is heavy. It wasn't actually hurting, but when I was doing my full head of hair, I was like, yeah, okay, now my elbows are hurting, and thankfully this is not something I would use all over, but it is very heavy. The other thing I noticed after using it was I had a lot of static in my hair, and I don't generally get static in my hair. If you've been with me many years, you may remember that I never ever got static in my hair until I went on my honeymoon. It's really bizarre. I went to Lapland. Well, we went to Lapland for our honeymoon, and we went out with the huskies and, you know, on snowmobiles and all sorts. It was amazing. But when I came back home, I could not get rid of this static in my hair, and I ended up buying this Elnet So Sleek hairspray, and when I sprayed that, it actually took away the static from my hair. Anyway, that's just a random aside. But I don't get static, and I've never really had it since then. So to notice that, you know, the sides of my hair were like sticking up, you know, I was like, that's really weird. And it was a little bit, not frizzy, but you know, I get that, what I do get when I blow dry my hair, whether I use my Babyliss big hair, whether I use my Velcro rollers, after I've washed my hair, although it can look lovely and volumized and it can look silky and in good condition, there's little bits of hair sticking up all over it. I normally use something to smooth them down. You know, it looks as if my hair's all broken and as if it is kind of frizzy, but it's not. It's just, there's just little hairs kind of stick up all over the place. And this seemed to do that as well, which is, again, was not an issue for me. I just used a bit of smoothing balm afterwards. The other thing I did notice though was the first time I used it, I felt like it was dragging through my hair, and I was like, this is exactly what I had read in the review. But what I noted then was I wasn't doing it on clean hair. I was doing it on hair that had product in it. Product being, you know, the stuff I use after I wash and blow dry my hair, but also I think I had used hairspray, and, you know, my hair was needing a wash. And I had only just tested it on the sides, and I thought, well, let me see what it's like if I use it on clean hair, and let me also see what it's like if I use a spray product. A lot of people recommend heat protecting products that you put on damp hair. I like one that you just spray on, and so the one I like at the moment is Philip Kingsley one. But yeah, so I thought, right, I'm going to wash and dry my hair, and I'm going to use this on clean hair and see how we go. On clean hair, it definitely doesn't have that same dragging noise, and I even called Kevin and asked him if he could hear it, and I can't remember if I actually videoed it when I was using it, so let me do it just now. You just heat it up, and then I'll see if you can hear it, and I'll maybe increase the volume so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Because now I do have product in my hair. I've put hairspray in the side of my hair to try and sort of, I don't know what I was doing with my hair this morning, honestly. I never plan on something, but I'm just like, I need to get this fringe out of my way, you know. Okay, so that's it heated up. So let's have a listen. So could you hear that? Let me go and get my other straightener. Okay, I'm going to use my other straightener. This isn't even the Cloud 9. This is the Babyliss can't remember what it's called, but I've got the Babyliss and the Cloud9. Those are the two straighteners that I use. This one I use at home. I prefer this one. I always considered this to be quite heavy. It's nothing compared to that Dyson one. The Cloud9 is really, really lightweight. But let's see what that sounds like going through my hair. Yeah, so you can't hear that at all. Do you see the difference? Let's do it again, sort of quickly. That's that one. And then this one. You hear that? I'm not sure why it's doing that, but it didn't do it on my clean hair. It definitely sounded more like the Babyliss one I was using on the right hand side of my hair there when I used it on completely clean hair with no product in. So I guess it doesn't feel like it's dragging my hair, you know. It's just the sound it makes. I can see why somebody would think that. It doesn't glide through your hair. I guess that's what you need to know about it, because it's... Years ago, I heard about this GHD, the original GHD, and I actually considered buying the original GHD versus this Dyson. I'm still tempted to, just to see if I love it as much as I always did. And I couldn't afford it at the time, and I remember my sister, my younger sister, actually had one. I can't remember how she'd come about getting one, but we were staying with my mum, and she said, try the GHD, and I used it, and I was like, oh my goodness, it glides through your hair like butter, and your hair is like instantly straight, but also sort of silky straight, you know. And so I remember putting it on a birthday list or a Christmas list or something, and I got it as a present, and this GHD was just amazing. And the day that it ran out, the day that it broke, I went and immediately got another one, and I think I had two over the span of many, many years, you know. Then GHD came out with a new version, and I bought it. I can't remember where I bought it from, but I didn't find it good at all. It just was nothing like the original, and so I returned it. And I think I got sent the Cloud9 one actually, and the Cloud9 one was really nice, but I was like, it is, like, I would say the original GHD is a 10 out of 10, the Cloud9 is a 9 out of 10. It doesn't just have that sort of gliding through your hair feeling. And so ever since then I've used the Cloud9 or this Babyliss one. The Babyliss one does, I feel like, glide through your hair. The Cloud9 one, less so. Let me get the Cloud9 one and try that one. We might as well try everything, huh? This is the Cloud9 one. What I don't like about the Cloud9 one is you have to put your fingers in the middle of this to switch it on and off and change the temperature. It's really, I find that really odd. Anyway, let's see if that makes any noise going through your hair. My hair is going to be like super, super straight, isn't it? Ever so slightly. It makes... Yeah, see that it's... The Babyliss one glides through your hair. I think you can still get this on Amazon. I'll link it if you like. And I did a comparison. I think I did a video of the Babyliss versus the Cloud9. The Babyliss glides through. This one glides through pretty well as well, but there is that slight sound of it going through your hair. And then the Dyson one, it doesn't glide through at all. No, I want to switch it off. There we go. Although it makes that sound, it's not even on at the minute. You can hear that sound so obviously, can't you? It doesn't feel like it's dragging my hair, you know. So like I said, I can see why somebody came to that conclusion, but I don't think it's damaging my hair. It's just not so nice to use, because you do worry about that. You're like, oh God, is that damaging my hair, or why is it making that sound, you know? I thought it might be something to do with there's these little sort of grooves at the side. Can you see them? And I thought, is it something to do with that? But I don't think the hair actually touches that, you know, so I don't know what that's all about. So the downsides are that it's very heavy, it doesn't glide through your hair, and it may cause static. I don't know, it might be that my hair's staticky all of a sudden, and that happens with my other ones. I haven't tested it out. The pluses are the convenience. Well, how it looks in the convenience, I think it looks really nice sitting there. I think it is, you know, something that I'm happy to have sitting out, but the convenience is just, that is the huge thing that we've all been waiting for, isn't it? And again, it depends, because if you sit at a vanity desk and use a straightener that's always plugged in, and you've got a mirror in front of you and you've found some way to hide the wires, to hide the cables, you might not be that interested in this. You might be like, no, I don't find it such an inconvenience. My straighteners sit to the side of that. I've actually got, you can see that metal thing they're sitting in, and they're all plugged into a adapter that's on the side of the vanity unit. And that used to work when I had a big mirror there, and that's where I would do my hair. I would come through here, switch my straightener on, sit and straighten the sides, so it doesn't take me very long. But since I don't have the big mirror on that wall, I've tried using, I've got a little mirror here that I sometimes use. I tried using that over there, but it's just not the right light. And so what I end up doing is using a handheld mirror in the, not handheld, a mirror like this one I just showed you, but on a leather folded mirror, using it in the living room, and I will unplug my straighteners, take it through and plug it into the extension lead that's in there. So that does make it a pain because I'm constantly plugging and unplugging it. You know, I very rarely use it in here, and if I do, I'm trying to like I get the mirror over there and I'm trying to like find the best light, and it just doesn't work out for me. So having had this, I've now used it 3 times. So I used it the first day, 4 times. The first day I just used it on the sides of my hair. I put my mirror away up there in the light and was able to do the sides of my hair, and I was like, that's fine. Then I did it on my whole head of hair. The demo that you'll see at the end is just the last few bits. I used it this morning in the living room, and that was just perfect because I sit and watch something on the TV, I do my makeup, and then I do my hair, and I was able to sit and do it. And I feel like I don't rush it when I'm doing it in the living room because I'm engrossed in whatever I'm watching, and I feel like I can take my time, and that's a good thing for me, you know, because I normally rush things. And so that was really handy. And the other thing I used it for that was really handy, but not many of you, I imagine, will want to do this, but I cut my hair. I only trimmed it, and it's not something I can film because I have no real technique. I just sort of do what I think. I'm a bit haphazard with it. I did watch lots of videos, and I did it at the beginning of lockdown before I had it all chopped off. I did it and it was quite successful, so I thought I'd do it again. And I've got the grooming scissors, which are really good scissors. But the way to cut your hair and not, you know, make sure that everything's even is to straighten it first, and then you can, you know, like so straighten this side, and then I can look at it and go, okay, and I can see exactly where I need to cut, because that's just what they recommend you do, straighten your hair. And so I was able to take that into the bathroom, straighten one side, put it over the sink, you know, hold it like this, cut it, and it was just so much easier. Because the last time in the beginning of lockdown when I cut my hair, I came through here, straightened my hair, went back through there, was brushing it, putting it behind my ears, putting it in a ponytail, because you know I do different sections, and then I was like, that bit needs to be straightened again, so I'd come back through here and straighten it again. Having that just sitting on the side in the bathroom, grabbing it, straightening it, and cutting a bit at a time was just amazing. So the convenience thing for me is kind of the winner, and why I think I'm probably going to keep it. I'm just not 100% sure. I've only had it, not even had it a week yet. I've had it like 4 or 5 days. I guess logically for me, I probably shouldn't keep it because, like I said, I don't use it very often, and I don't use it on my whole head of hair. But then again, the times I do use it, it's just so convenient. I just wish, if it was one of those that glided through your hair like the GHD, then I would not even have a question. I'd be like, that's it, I'm keeping it, because I don't mind the heaviness, because like I said, I don't use it all over my hair, so it's fine. That's my only thing. It's like, will I get fed up of that and be like, because most of the time my hair will have product in when I'm straightening it. It's not going to be when I've got freshly washed hair. I just wanted to see if that made a difference, and it did. So yeah, like I said, officially I probably shouldn't, or logically, sorry, I probably shouldn't keep it, because it's an awful lot of money. It's just so, again, if it was £200, I maybe wouldn't have as many questions, but it's like £400. Like, imagine what we could buy with that, you know. Even though it feels less painful being in the 3 instalments, it's still £400, you know. So yeah, I had hoped I wouldn't like it, but like I said, the convenience is getting to me. Well, I've only had it a week, so I've got another 5 weeks, but I don't ever like to wait that long. I feel like that's, I don't know, I don't ever like to wait that long to try something else. So I will probably give it another week, see how much I use it, see what I think then. and yeah, make a decision. But hopefully this is useful to you, might help you decide if you want to go with it, and what's important to you. You know, I think that's why it's important to watch these videos, isn't it? You know, to see what people say about it, what their issues are, and you might watch and go, well, I don't care about it being heavy, or I don't care about it giving me static, or I don't care about it not gliding through my hair, or whatever. Is like, you know, it just depends on what your preferences are. Let us know if you already have this, what you think, if you are in love with it. Let me know if you experience that kind of scratching sound as it goes through your hair, and what you think it is, or why you think that's happening. Is it because the plates aren't coated in something specific? I don't know. And the other thing is, you know, I'm sure now that there's one cordless one, there'll be more. I know that Babyliss do one, but that had quite a few bad reviews saying that the charge didn't last very long and that it broke very quickly. But the other thing about that one was it was not available on QVC. And so if you order it from, say, Amazon or anywhere else, Boots, you can only return it if it's unused, and so you wouldn't be able to try it and then take it back. But yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys if you've got this. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching today. Let me tell you what I'm wearing makeup wise. I have got on the No. 7 Hydroluminous foundation in Calico. On my eyes is the Divine Rose palette by McGrath. On my cheeks is the Hourglass, that quad that I showed in the last haul, and then on my lips is the Steely liquid lipstick in Caramello. So that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon. Can you hear that? You can definitely hear it pulling the hair. A big old kink there.